Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm really glad you decided to hang out today. I decided to make bagels, cream cheese, and lox, the whole 9 yards, from scratch. The only thing I didn't do was brine my own capers. If you're interested in seeing how cream cheese, bagels, and lox are made, keep watching, and thanks for coming on the journey with me. I hope you enjoy. Making bagels and cream cheese wasn't enough for me, so let's get started on our lox. Basically, lox is just cured salmon. So the first order of business is to find yourself some sushi grade salmon. I really don't feel like having fish parasites, so that's why I spent $20 on these two. I think this is almost a pound sushi grade. Half a cup of salt, kosher salt, not table salt. Half a cup of sugar. You can add really whatever you want to the curing mix. I'm gonna add dill and lemon zest. I'm not a huge black pepper fan, so I'm not going to add any, but I know a lot of recipes do have black pepper. And as always, taste for salt. Just kidding. Please don't taste this for salt. It's really salty. Okay, anyway, moving on. But first, that's so good. Were you thinking this? Sushi day? No. No. Oh, it's so good. Okay, back to business. Now this is gonna get way down in the fridge for 48 hours. I'm going to check back tomorrow and drain any liquid that's in there and also flip it over. So there's lots of liquid in here. There's like this sticky, sugary liquid. Flip it over. It looks so good. Okay, we're just gonna press that back down and back in the fridge for another day. It's the last day for our lox to be curing, which is really exciting. Some more sugary liquid in there. This is kind of messy. Ooh, the texture is different. Honestly, I don't know what I expected. Of course it's gonna be different. That's the whole point. Yeah. Gonna rinse these off real quick. Lox. Definitely tastes like lox. Very salty. Am I supposed to cut it like this? The reason I'm not proofing the yeast is because it's instant yeast, which means it doesn't have that coating that needs to be dissolved around each of the yeast granules like active dry yeast. This is bread flour. Bread flour has a higher protein content, which translates to a higher gluten content, which means a stronger dough, if you will. The next thing is barley malt syrup, which I had to buy online because I couldn't find it anywhere. But apparently it really makes a New York style bagel, and I'm from New York, so you know, I can't settle for anything less. So that's why I bought it. It was also like $15, but hopefully I'll be using it again if these come out well. Barley malt syrup. It's also kind of cool because it only has one ingredient, barley and water, I guess. That's not really an ingredient. Warm water. Taste it. Interesting. I could see how it will give it like a depth and like a bready flavor. Close enough. I'm just gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes to let the dough hydrate a little bit so that it's easier to knead and we're not just doing pointless work. Have some flour at hand here just in case we need it. Need it, get it? Because we're kneading the dough. I like a chewy bagel, so I'm gonna knead it for a little longer. It's much easier when you knead with your whole body than just your arms. Okay, that dough has some nice strength to it. It like wants to pull itself back. It also is a little bit sticky, but sticks to itself, which is also what we want. The next thing I'm gonna do is oil a bowl with some olive oil and then just let it rise until it's about double in size. So I want to say probably 2 hours. We'll see. It's about 9:45 a.m. right now, and hopefully I'll remember to check the time when it's all puffed up. So it is about 12:15, so it's been about 2.5 hours. Our dough is looking very puffy. The next step is to deflate it, punch it down, as they say. So that divided by 6 is 128 grams. That's what we're going for. Oh my gosh. I should just do this for a living. Wow. Great. There's really 2 methods. The traditional way is to like roll them out, taper the edges, and then like seal them together. I just really don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna roll it into like a ball. This is how I've seen people do it, using the counter as friction. I've seen people do it this way, but my nails make it very difficult. So you have to make sacrifices sometimes for sparkly purple nails. Make a hole. Make it bigger than we think that a donut. It needs to be a little bit bigger than we would normally think of for a bagel because they're going to rise and expand inward. The reason I even thought to make bagels in the first place is because my friend Autumn, one morning when I was visiting, just was like, I'm gonna make bagels. I was like, you're gonna make bagels? She made bagels and they were good. So I decided I'm gonna make bagels. See, now I'll know if Autumn watches my videos actually or not, because if I don't get a text from her, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna send her this video. We have very shocked looking bagels. Cover them and throw them in the fridge overnight. Why must it always be so difficult? Just covered loosely so that they can still expand in the fridge. We have a lot of lemons to squeeze for the cream cheese. I'm also gonna make some scallion cream cheese, so I'm gonna cut those up now too, because might as well. That's literally exactly a cup. Good estimate. Fun fact, you can actually plant these and they will grow green onions again. I have some growing right now. And sneak peek to another video. This is the part that I'm most nervous for. If you didn't see my video where I tried to make cheese for the first time, that was quite entertaining. There was a lot that happened. Yeah, it was kind of a dumpster fire of an event, but we ended up with cheese in the end. I'm kind of hoping it goes a little smoother today. Let's just get started. I'm gonna add just a little bit of heavy cream to make it a little bit richer. Foamy, this is the exciting part. I'm also excited about all the whey that we have because it's really good in bread recipes, which I've discovered from my last cheese making. So I'm gonna save all this whey. You can also use it in like soups. Apparently it's really good in marinades. I wanna try that. This is now just gonna sit for about 15 minutes. Curds and salt, and that's it. From what I've seen, it does take quite a while for it to get smooth enough. Very smooth. I'm going to taste it for salt, of course. It kind of tastes like a very smooth ricotta. This is whipped cream. We're gonna keep going to get butter. Our next goal is to separate the butter from the buttermilk and try and get all the liquid out. The most important part, the salt. We all know how I feel about unsalted butter. I always use salted butter no matter what. No matter whether the recipe says unsalted, I don't care. Unsalted butter should simply just not be a thing. Hot take, I don't like unsalted butter and I'm never gonna use it. Delightful. We're going to put this in our butter bell so it stays soft. Next step, clean up before we do the bagels. The float test is how you know when your bagels are ready to be boiled and baked. If you put them in a bowl of water and they float, then they're ready. If they don't float, then they have to sit out and proof for a little bit longer. They're ready! Yay! From what I've heard, this process goes pretty quick, so I have everything set up. We're doing everything bagels. I'm gonna add some more of this barley malt syrup to our boiling water. A little bit more. That was a lot. My boyfriend thinks that the part from my French cooking video where I say a little bit of vinegar and then I cut to me dumping it in a little bit of red wine vinegar is the most hilarious thing ever. That just kind of reminded me of that. I guess it's a habit of mine. I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute because I want them to be a little chewier. It smells reminiscent of something from my childhood. I just don't know what it is. Ooh. The good thing about having long nails is that you can touch really hot things without hurting yourself. It kind of smells like cereal. Maybe that's what it is. Like some kind of brand cereal. I'm just going to repeat that process with the other 3 bagels. They're chewy, salty. So good. Definitely worth the 3 days. I was going to assemble the lox bagel, but after I took a bite of these, I just had to continue, so we're taking a little break. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, the lox bagel. If these weren't fresh out of the oven, I would toast them, but they are. You weren't supposed to see that. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed making bagels with me. Let me know in the comments. Are you a classic lox bagel person? Do you like capers and the whole 9 yards, or do you like a different topping on your bagels? Let me know if there's anything you want to see me make from scratch. I'm really open to anything. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely come back. I'd love to make a lot more videos like this. So thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I hope you enjoyed.